This is a Noodles production.
It's the weekly wrap up where we give you the news. Break it down bite size so it's easier to consume. Got tacky on events and riddles the red room. Wasteland patrols and Monica's cosmic crew. All hail to the Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Dissecting your main hero, discussing which one is better. Last Avengers standing, exotic grind. But completing the mega high, but get you two at a time. You into rumors and leaks, well I got you covered. We can talk predictions like when is Spider-Man coming. Jarvis barriers all the way to status effects. Or we can teach you how to tune one shots in the deck. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap up news. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap up news.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD, back with another Marvel's Avengers video. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. You already know I got my Doom Squad gaming member, Slipshot TV, in the building. Say hello to the people, Slip.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hopefully y'all are well. I see y'all out there. Let me catch up with some of y'all real quick before we get started. What's up with Mr. Kai Byrne? How you doing? Hopefully all is well. What's good with it, Kevin Lau, Country Black, my dog, Mr. FK Flavius Kings. Welcome aboard, sir. Please, right after this podcast, make sure you tune into the FKNA podcast over on Twitch. It is about to be lit. They've got Stardust, Slight Stardust as a guest feature on there, so it should be pretty dope. I'll leave a link. I'll have one of my moderators put a link in the chat for you guys. What's good with it, Slip? Oh, Slip, you're here already, sir. What's good with it, Phasm 21? What is good with it, Wise, a.k.a. Dub? What's good with the S3? How you doing, sir? Sitting at 0. Tasha Williams, how you doing there? Moderator is in the building. If you could, Miss Moderator Tasha Williams, grab FK and A's team from over there on Twitch and sling it in the chat for me so people can know where to go once we end. So what's good with it, people? Today we are discussing Marvel's Avengers miraculous week from the apology all the way to Spider-Man. So if you like what you hear and you like what you see, make sure you Hulk smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell. That way you never miss an upload or when we are live. Let's get right to it. Slip. Let's talk about this apology first, bro. The apology, dog. They came out beginning of the week. Like, I knew it was going to be a good week. If y'all remember, if y'all follow me on Twitter, I had already typed out, this is about to be a good week. Not, what, an hour after that, boom, the apology came. They hit us with the, you know, we're going to take these consumables out. We hear y'all. We understand that it wasn't a good move on our part. Come on back, baby boys. Come on back, baby girls. Let's go. Slip, what do you think about the apology, big dog?
You know, it was like really good place because they had to say something. Like, it's at some point, too many people were too loud about it, and they have to say something. They couldn't ignore it because at the end of the day, ignoring it would basically say, hey, we don't really care about what y'all saying. And they have been showing recently that they're trying to say, hey, we're listening, we understand, we won't work well with y'all, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to be the best thing for them, is to work with the community.
Man, like, bruh, I mean, just speaking on the apology itself, no, they didn't address everything that we wanted them to address. You know, they didn't. But you know what? From a business standpoint, that was actually smart. Yeah. Get out the apology. Let people know you're sorry. Don't dwell in it. Don't dwell in it at all. And they didn't, bro. And it was a beautiful thing. It was nice. Like, that apology, to me, I'm going to be real with you, it was very simple. It was very corporate, to be real with you.
Yeah.
But it hit. It hit right. That same day, I was like, F that, I'm about to go play some Marvel Avengers because I felt good. It felt good. You know what I mean? How did it actually make you feel, to be real with you? You know what I mean?
Like, it did make me feel hurt, man. It made me feel like, because I was just saying, like, you know, we're talking about this, we're being like, some of us that don't even talk about stuff was being like, you know, hey, this is kind of like not something we want to be bothered with or whatever. And they're like, right, you know what, here's what happened. We apologize, and he's like, all right, we're done. It's out. Let's go. Let's hit these. Let's hit the road. Let's keep going. And it felt good, man. It felt like for the first time in some months that they actually listened to us. You know.
Right. Now, see what you just said, which is why I love you as a co-host. No disrespect to Bloody, because that is the best co-host on the planet. No disrespect to my brother Bloody, but this is why I love you as a co-host, because you feed right into what the next thing is, which is communication, dude. The communication, bro. What?
Just
complete 180, 360. Then they did a 720. You feel me? Like what?
You're like, hey,
bro, dog. Bro. Communication. And it started on little things like Discord, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, we telling y'all everything. We about to get it popping. We letting y'all know what's going on. You know, we got devs in private discourse. We got devs in public discourse. We got devs in discourse of people considered haters of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, communication. Yo, it's been, you know, it's been awesome, bro. Like this week for them, like I said, I call it Marvel's Avengers Miraculous Week. Communication was on point, bro. They was answering questions. People who were I didn't expect them to be like, yo, you know, yada yada yada. I'm coming at you hard. I'm for real come at you hard too. They were like, okay, cool, come at us hard. Brr, boom. Now let me shut that down real quick. Bam. I was just like, yo. Okay, you know, it really made me sit back and be like, okay, damn. Like Stardust has literally put out about 8 videos talking about what the devs are talking about, bro. Quality videos, you know what I mean? Like it's going down, bro. It is. Going
it sounds
down,
like the suits were like, listen, they're mad at y'all for not talking to them. So hey, talk to them. Wherever you feel the need to talk to them. If you hit like, I was taken back when they was like, oh, we're in public discourse, you know, where people personal Discord, the Avengers Discord, they just sitting there talking, and they're talking like they're just telling them like, hey, this is what's going on. Oh, that's not what you think it is. So here's what it is. And it's like that's a perfect thing right there. Like 100%. If I have some type of like miscommunication about one type of piece of gear or something like that, and the person who made is like, no, that's not really right. This is actually how it happens. That's how the communication should be, man. It's like, man, educate us. You know, you made the game. Educate us about it.
You know what? The best thing that I took away from their communication this week was that they listened to us.
Mm-hmm.
They listened to us. You know, they may have attacked poor little Avengers hater. You know what I mean?
I see him in the chat. What's up, man?
He in the chat right now. Look at that. Look, speaking of the devil, look at that boy right there. You feel me? But he's showing love. He's not, bro. I mean, let me say this one thing about Avengers hater. And people may not understand Avengers hater and where he comes from. I don't know him personally. That's not anybody who I know personally. Yes, we talk on Twitter. I clown with him or whatnot. He's actually a cool cat if you get to know him. You know what I mean? He does not really hate the game. He's really passionate about the game. You wouldn't be doing what he does if you weren't passionate about something. You know what I mean? So he's going to be on their behind. He's going to be on their behind. He's going to make them feel all kind of pressure until the game gets to where he, in his head, I mean, this is his thing, in his head, feels where it should be. Look at him right there in my chat. Gave him love. Gave him love. He, you know what I mean? Straight up. You got to respect it. He will give you love if it's, he's going to clown you. That's what he does. I mean, don't get it twisted. He's going to clown. You know what I mean? If you shilling hard, I feel bad for you because he's going to catch you slipping. It's going to be like in a dark alley in this beast. You feel me?
The man's been just like that, man. I see you.
But real talk, the dude really, I mean, he's gonna be on their head hard until they get right. You know what I mean? And right now, they're getting right. He's been showing them love. You dig? He's still clowning because that's what he does.
Exactly.
But you dig? They listen, bro, is what I was literally getting back to. I'm sorry, y'all. The Avengers hate to be that little dude be cracking me up. Y'all don't understand.
And the thing that I respect about people, especially like Avengers hater, when if you at their head when they're doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing, cool. But when you recognize, hey, this is some good stuff, hey, it's good. And that's a good quality for a lot of people. Is like when they're communicating to us, let us know. Like let them know they're doing good. Because if if you don't let them know they're doing good, then they're not gonna continue to do that.
Right,
The communication is gonna be both ways. They're gonna
right.
continue to give us stuff, and then once we'll say, hey, that's good. Let's keep doing that. Cool. But when they stop, it's like, hey, send in the hater. Send in the Avengers hater. Get at him.
Send in the dogs, bro. Send in the damn dogs, bro. And he got like 30 kids now, too. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
That,
so he got like 30 of them, bro. Jay Shock Blast, I have just sent you an invite if you wanted to call in and come chat with us for a second or two if you have the time. If you don't, understandable. But we are doing call-ins through this entire podcast. What the call-ins is if I know you and I know you're gonna come on here and be respectful, you're not gonna have music playing in the background that's gonna catch me a copyright strike. If you're gonna talk sensible, you know what I mean? You ain't got 19,000 kids in the background just making all kind of noise, and you can leave when you're asked to, you know, when your segment is over with. I'll send you an invite. You can come in and chat with us for a little bit. You know what I mean? We just about to have some fun for a little while. Moving on, the dev stream.
Oh man.
Boy, what's that dev stream? Chat, let me know. Chat, dev stream. Fire or trash. Hit me up with some emojis if you're on a cell phone. If not, just type the word fire or trash. Let's go, fire or trash. Bruh, personally, that was one of the best dev streams we have gotten. I mean, I can tell you the top 5 dev streams, or top 4 dev streams for me. The launch dev stream, that thing was beautiful. That was a beautiful thing, bro. Kate Bishop's dev stream. It wasn't Hawkeye's because Hawkeye's was kind of lackluster, to be real with you. Kate Bishop's dev stream was off the damn chain. War for Wakanda, bro. That dev stream, dog, with all when they had everybody, and it was like a week-long thing. Son.
Top tier right there.
Vicious, bro. Vicious, dog. In this one, dude, this last dev stream with the addition of Alex, bro, him literally getting in there, breaking it down, talking to us, hitting us up like, yo, this is what it is. You might not like it, but this is why we were doing it. See, tell us, talk to us, hit us up, let us know what it is you think. And he did just that. Dog, that's the top 4 dev stream. So let me see what the crowd's talking about. Let me see what the chat talking about. I see nothing but fires. Fire. Oh, Jay said he'll stop in. Let's bring him on in, right? You ready to shake your head if you're ready to come in right now, Jay? No, okay. Oh no, he's good. All right. Oh,
you didn't think I was gonna give you a straight up answer, did you?
Like, what's going on, man?
Oh, look at this. It's my brother from a different mother.
Yeah,
a fellow Shock man.
There we go.
We got the Shocks in the building. The Shocks are in the building. But we're just reading the chat real quick. We asked if people thought the dev stream was fire or trash, and right now it's fire. TJ says it's fire. Synchro says it's fire. Drifting says it's fire. Spawn Aqua, fire. Incredible Harry, fire. Bloody Reckless, fire. Marquise, fire. Kai, fire. Tasha Williams, fire. Dark Centurion, fire. Bro, who is that? Hold on. I'm sorry. I missed that one. I missed the fire. I missed a True Flash, fire. So, yeah, bro, like that dev stream. What do you think, Mr. Shock Blast? Give us your thoughts on the dev stream, brother. Fire or trash?
What do I give it if I didn't watch it?
Oh, God. You didn't watch it?
Why would I watch it? I knew everything that was in it.
Oh, you are the dev stream. I forgot we have a member of the Illuminati in the
yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch. Like, it's weird because every Friday we usually go to my in-laws' house for dinner. Mm-hmm. We didn't yesterday, but we were kind of scrambling because that got canceled last second. But I was watching the challenge with my wife, so I was like, I already know what's in it.
Gotcha.
So, and
did they get to break it down all the way like Alex broke it down for us? Like, what?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
And,
Alex was there on the call with us. So,
gotcha.
And it was honestly like I got the impression from people that were watching, like kind of just reading some of the tweets and whatnot, that it was like bang, 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 and he was like he talks very fast. So there, I was taking notes during it, and it got to a point where I was like, man, I am lost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just type important things, I guess.
Right. No, I hear
like
you.
like at the end I was like, and I didn't watch it, so maybe this isn't safe to say. They got to a point where everybody got to ask a question. I'm like, did you say there's gonna be a war table in the stream tomorrow? There's no, we're announcing it tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Did they announce it?
No, but you just did.
They told us. They told us.
Yo, please don't clip this, guys. Please don't do that. Like, seriously, don't do that. Don't clip this.
I think no, but they said they're showing Spider-Man, right?
They should.
Yeah. So I think that's what they meant. So, like I said,
okay, cool.
Like I know that
they had meant.
Okay.
Spawn.
Getting my terminology mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
Ansley was like, "Oh no."
Well, you know what? Let me say this real quick, Jay, because you might be right in what you just said. Andy announced that they were going to show us Spider-Man outfits and whatnot and discuss. You know what? That's the damn war table.
Yeah,
I think that's what he must have meant by it, because like I knew it was something. I just wrote it war table, you know, like that's what. And you can't see my hands. I'm like on war table, you know, like I don't know what happened. So this is how my career ends.
No popcorn for the stream. No, brother, it's cool. But
and I should have. What I should have said was nothing.
You didn't say anything, so you're good. I mean, you're good. I mean, literally, what he announced is a war table without saying war table. So
I don't know. Like, I might have I thought he was saying that they were gonna do it in the stream yesterday. So my interpretation of it was just off to begin with. So I knew that Spider-Man was next week, basically. Like they were going to show something Spider-Man next week, which I know for a fact they said, because we've been trying to like trick him into showing it now, but jerk won't do it. I mean that in the nicest possible way. Andy's great.
No, I hear you. He is. There's a quick question from the chat, and we're gonna just skip ahead just to ask you this real quick, because I know you said you can't stay long.
Yeah. I just got home. I was at Rhode Island Comic-Con all day.
Oh, no.
Nice.
You know what? I saw the pictures. So
I waited in line to meet Ashley Eckstein for an hour, almost an hour, and it just was not moving, so I gave up. Like everybody I wanted to meet like had the longest and slowest lines. Like, and I didn't even realize what's his name? He was Red Arrow in Arrow. Arsenal. Yeah.
Colin something.
Yeah. Colton Haynes. Yeah, I didn't even know he was there, and I walked by him, and I'm like, I don't have my Arsenal pop. I was so mad, and he had a longer line, but I was like, whatever. But like, I don't know, man. It's still kind of cool to see the people in person, you know, like William Shatner. You know, getting to walk by him, and he's just there. And we did meet C. Thomas Howell. Who was in a lot of stuff, but most recently he was in Punisher. He was the agent that Punisher broke into his house and killed him. So yeah, he was really cool. He's been in a lot of stuff, and we met Tara Reid. She was very nice. But and I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but Bubba Ray Dudley.
I used to watch wrestling. I do know who Bubba Ray Dudley is.
He walked by me, and I just kind of looked at him and said, "Get the tables." And I'm pretty sure he rolled his eyes into the back of his head and hated me because I was probably the 50,000th time he heard that today. But yeah, there are a lot of wrestlers there. A lot of really cool people. So yeah, Lou Ferrigno is there.
That Johnny Storm cosplay.
Oh yeah, right. That was sick, right?
Ooh, that was fire.
That thing was all lit up too.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It looks like it has some kind of neon or light up
Yeah.
effect to it. It looked great, bro. Real quick, Hero Mentor, I sent you an invite to join in your DM on Twitter. If you want to come in for a few minutes and chop it up after Jay leaves, you're welcome to come on in, brother. Jay, that question though, people are wondering, are you actually excited for Spider-Man in the game, bro?
Yeah. I'm excited for anything new in the game. You know what I mean? I don't think Spider-Man, like in a lot of ways, I don't love the fact that it's exclusive, number one. And I don't think he's the right character for Avengers. But at the same time, he's literally Marvel's most popular character. So he's the right choice for Avengers.
Right.
Anything to get the eyes on, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So my worry is Insomniac made the perfect Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope that people don't expect a copy and paste of that Spider-Man into this game. I can't imagine it being like, it's going to be hard to like match, let alone top that Spider-Man. So I just hope
for them, dude.
I'm sorry.
I don't think it will be for them for CD.
Maybe
the reason why. Let's talk about that. If you got a few minutes,
I got a few minutes. I just got home though, and I got that new game.
You ready to get into it
for Call of Duty? So
Vanguard, right?
Yeah, I haven't played a Call of Duty in a while, and I don't enjoying it.
The reason why I say I don't think it'll be hard for them to even match or maybe even top Insomniac Spider-Man is because, for one, the combat system in Marvel's Avengers is ridiculous. You feel like that hero. Like, tell me you don't feel like Thor when you throw that damn hammer.
Oh, I honestly would love for them to make a Thor game. Like,
you know,
like Thor is the best character they made, I feel like.
Right.
And I don't just say that because like
Black Panther is the same way. He feels like exactly what Black Panther should feel like in a game.
I don't disagree with that either. I think he was made really well. I think I'm just bitter over all the nerds that got Nahanda's armor taken away from me.
Oh gosh, you still
freaking nerds.
Jay is like, I am not letting y'all live that down.
Nerds.
But I'm just saying, I'm thinking with the combat system, which to me is a better combat instead of just kind of that one button, then circle to dodge over there at Insomniac. I love the system, don't get me wrong, but I think this system is just meant for combat. So I think Spider-Man is going to
I just worry because, like, I mean, I watched the Spider-Man people have a meltdown over the Raimi suit, and then I watched Spider-Man fans have a meltdown over changing his face a little. So it's like I already know that, like, it just feels like Crystal can't win sometimes, and I'm just waiting for it. Like, they could hit it out the park, and they're still gonna find something, and that's like what I'm nervous about, because it's literally like a lot of people's most beloved character, and it's a character that's been done so much, and it's a character that's barely an Avenger. Like, I know,
really an Avenger, right?
Yeah, I know that people are used to it in the movie, like him being, Iron Spider, basically, little Tony Stark Jr.
Right.
But I just feel like if you read the comics, he's like one of the few people to ever quit the Avengers,
Multiple
like
times.
He's always kind of been his own guy. So, like, and I'm okay with him being here, but, like, I don't know. I just hope it's worth it, to kind of segregate the community. Only the PlayStation guys get it, you know what I mean? I think we all got a little excited when we saw that A button.
Oh, bro, that was so... Dude, yeah, I really feel bad for my Xbox folks right now. I really, really do.
That's why I have it on both consoles. You know what I mean? God, let me just say hi to Kevin Lau, by the way, because I know he's gonna keep. I don't want him to feel bad that I don't see it. I see it, bro. So I just want to say hi.
Speak to anybody you feel like. Go ahead, man.
Well, no, I just know that whenever, like, he's always in my streams, I'm glad he's here. And I just know that, like, I always feel bad when I don't recognize people, but also when I'm a guest in chat and I'm a guest like this, I don't want to take away from what you're doing. That's why I sometimes will just kind of, especially when I'm in just like another screen name in chat, I'll sometimes like ignore when people like mention me because I'm like, I'm just here to be a fly on the wall, say hi, and show a little bit of support. That's it.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about these guys, you know?
I will say the Drifting Crusader hit it on pretty much the nail. Spider-Man fans hate Spider-Man because the way some of them be arguing on
Bro.
whew,
Just
man.
Look, remember the announcement of PS4 Spider-Man back in the day when they gave him that white logo and how everybody that is not Spider-Man, and that's
now
probably the most beloved Spider-Man suit. And
I can't not see it now. You know,
you know, like
I've got the hot toy upstairs. You know, like
right.
It's weird. I'm not even a big Spider-Man fan, but I think I have 6 hot toy Spider-Man figures, and I have at least 2 or 3 more on pre-order. And I just I don't like getting doubles because they're like $250 each, you know. But like I've got, you know, the Iron Spider, I've got the PS4, I've got what else do I have? I have I don't have Miles yet. I have the 2020 Miles on pre-order. I have 2099. That's what I was thinking of. I have Scarlet Spider, and I think I have at least one more, but like I can't remember. So I've got a Spider-Man shelf, and I'm like, I like Spider-Man, but I don't love Spider-Man.
Right.
But you can't avoid it. He is Marvel, so like, you know, in a lot of ways, I think we're here talking about Marvel because of Spider-Man, which is why I'm never going to be mad that Spider-Man is in a Marvel's Avengers game. You know, just like I'm not going to be mad when he probably crosses over in Wolverine. And when not surprisingly, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess spoiler.
Right. He's literally a part of
in it.
Part of
okay,
Marvel.
Not a huge spoiler if you haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it's really not.
So
actually, that real quick, I love that scene. That little
yeah.
That was like one of my favorite scenes, yo.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Oh, did you guys see Eternals yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that.
Not okay.
Okay.
At the very end, you know who it is, right?
Oh yeah.
And you're excited, right?
Yeah, that's dope. That's actually dope. We'll say this much though: if you've seen Eternals, fire or trash. You fire or trash, Jay.
This is hard.
It is
because
very hard.
It's not fire, but it's not trash.
Definitely not.
And I know that's the game. I'm gonna say fire because the good parts outweigh, like the payoff is worth it. Like the last 20 minutes or so and the 2 after credit scenes are worth trudging through. You know, it's a hard movie because like honestly, for even the nerdiest of Marvel nerds, like this is a group of characters nobody cares about. Even, you know, nobody knows. Like, none of you read the Eternals. I didn't read the Eternals. I had every chance to read it, and I just didn't. You know, so like, let's not pretend there's like these huge Eternal nerds out there that are like, oh my god, this is my dream, an Eternals movie. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's cool, and you know, very few people can do this like Marvel. Just take this random group and say, hey, here's a movie. But they had to say, this is who they are. This is why you should care. And by the time we got to that point, it was like, oh my God, I'm ready for bed. Wrap it up.
But then they were like, whoa.
And yeah, exactly.
Whoa, wait, really?
The 2 after credit scenes I thought were worth going to see the movie by itself. So
yeah, I agreed. Slip, your thoughts? Just fire or trash?
Fire trash.
Yeah.
And mainly fire because Marvel showing how speedster fights should be for real.
Like, no more on that though. No more on that.
Good. That's all.
Good. Yeah. That was good.
God.
Awesome.
Is Avengers haters saying that the movie deserves a 70%? Because I'm really, really getting frustrated agreeing with him. And like, I think he was actually nice to me on Twitter the other day. So I'm very confused, and I think we're frenemies now.
Oh God! Yeah. Welcome to
and I'll accept that
hater frenemy club because
I will accept that.
Let's bring in Mr. Hero Mentor. Sadai, give me about 5 or 10 minutes, bro, and I'll have you an invite in your DM. How you doing, Mr. Hero Mental? Sir, how you doing? Sir, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good, man. We're talking about this week in Marvel's Avengers, and Jay Shock Black side tracked us, and we're just having a good old time now. So, yeah, like I have a list of things we're supposed to talk about. There's that.
What's going on, Jay?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Slip Shock.
Time we've been on.
This is the first time we've ever via video have spoken.
Perfect. I know I'm going to do something. All right. I'm really bad, okay? We didn't agree on a date, did we?
We did not.
Oh.
You are in good graces. Don't you worry.
Okay, good. Because, like, I'm not going to lie. Anytime I see that you interact with one of my tweets or anything, in the back of my head, I'm like, God, did I blow him off? Like, we didn't agree on a time, did we? I get really worried about, like, I'm old, okay? Like, yeah, I'm losing my mind a little bit. So, all right,
cool. Old and busy, bro. No worries, my dude.
All right,
no worries.
You just let me know, and we'll make it work out.
If you have even a little bit of mind to lose, you're still young. Okay,
I'll take it.
Hero, are you a member of the Illuminati as well? I see the hat.
Yeah.
Dang it! I keep getting. So, you got anything you want to spoil? I'm just ask you straight up.
I do not. No, I do not.
I didn't spoil anything. We went over that.
You didn't, dude. We just giving you a hard time. Shout out, that invite is in your DM, bro. If you want to come hang out for a couple of minutes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking my light right now.
Oh my God!
You're looking
highlighting.
Sir, how are you this evening? Did you enjoy the dev stream yesterday? Did you watch the dev stream? I should ask.
I did. I'm very thankful that they shared the blog afterward, because there was so much information that was being shared, and with ADHD and 15 concussions, it's so hard to comprehend it all at once. So I was like, this is exciting. So it was good. It was a change of pace, I found, too. There wasn't that much toxicity in the chat, which is very rare considering the history of those previous dev streams. So that's a good sign.
That goes back into that's what we were literally talking about. This was a marvelous week. I've been calling it Marvel's Avengers Miraculous Week, because they first hit us over the head with the communication. The communication was awesome with the apology first. You know, they came out with the apology, which was cool. You know, Jay was clowning a lot of us all week with them memes. You think I ain't see them damn memes? I saw the memes, Jay.
Yeah, I seen you.
I saw them damn memes, Jay. But I mean, the apology was awesome. I mean, for those of us who weren't happy, it's cool. And for those who were cool with the consumables, they're still in the game. You know, you can earn them now. You could have earned them before, but you can earn them. So that was awesome. Then they hit us over the head with the non-stop communication from Discord to Reddit to Twitter to Facebook to every social media outlet that they had. You know what I mean? They were interacting. You know, you guys already know. You guys are the Illuminati members. You know what I mean? So you already knew what was going on. You dig? So I saw a lot of people coming back to the game. A lot of people asking questions. People like our frenemy Avengers hitter hitting a 180 himself, hitting almost 360. He still was hitting them over the head, but that's him. You know, then they hit us with the dev stream, which is where we are now with the gear rework. So let's talk about that. Melee heroes will now be able to spread status without having to do a combo finisher, which is awesome. You don't have to just throw your hammer with Thor now to be powerful. You know what I mean? You can literally get in there and swing it. You can use your combos if you want to, and every hit will be just like being a ranged character. Let's hear your thoughts on that, Hero.
I'm excited because I struggled at the beginning with trying to figure out where I wanted to focus on each character, if I wanted to focus on range or melee. And I realized that universally the best for me is just having a hybrid build, which is a focus on both melee and range. But I always found that melee was a sacrifice. For example, my main right now is Ronin because I just love his melee ability so well, plus his combo with the bag of tricks. So, but the fact that we have more of of a combined focus is good for a lot of gamers because we all find different strengths and weaknesses with each character. And like you said, with Thor, I was trying to build a melee build, but I was just like, this is not as successful as his range. But now we have some good news coming, and they're eliminating a lot of the resources, which is exciting because when you are a first-time player and you beat the campaign and the story mode and you jump into the looting system, it can be very overwhelming, especially if you've never played a looter. Like, I've never played a looter before, so when I started playing Avengers, I took a break because I was like, this is too much in regards to like learning about resources and gear and percentages and statuses. I was like, I just want to go and slash and dash. So then I started watching some great videos from like Revealing and other great creators, and I was like, okay, so there is a system here that you have to follow. But I'm so excited for the rework. I'm so excited for the rebirth, if you will, because there's been a lot of moments where it's been slow and very difficult to be like, okay, I have motivation to actually turn this game on and commit to it. So that's why I took about a month off, because I'm just like, I got to the point where it felt like a chore. And when you're playing games, you don't want a chore, man. Like, I have 2 kids. I have businesses. That's my chores, right?
Exactly.
Being a father.
Exactly.
When I sit down the game, I want no stress, but a little bit of like, some situations to get over. But man, it was a rough drop period for a while there, where after War for Wakanda, it just felt like you did a rewind. You're like, okay, now we have a new character to go into the same atmosphere we've been dealing with for the last year or so. But I'm very excited, especially with Spider-Man. I do agree with Jay that there could have been a different superhero they could have picked that could have been on all systems. So I do agree with that, because just as soon as they announced Spider-Man exclusiveness to Sony, I was like, this is not going to go good. With all the heat you have on the game already, now you bring in this. So I agree with everything that Jay said, but November 30th can't come soon enough. It cannot come soon enough.
My dog groomer tried to schedule. We got to get Jigs in to get groomed, and she's like, "How's November 30th?" And I'm like, "How's about no?
Hell no.
I got Spideys.
Nah.
I got evil bad guys to web sling. Not happening."
Slip, your thoughts on the gear rework, especially the melee portion, being able to spread status without having to do a full melee combo finisher to get that done, bro? What's your thoughts on that?
Personally, it's perfect timing, because when I get Spider-Man, I don't want to have to range web people to like actually do a lot of damage. So, being able to melee actually do some status damage, and being able to build and get into like the OLTs and be able to actually handle helping out with, exactly, be viable in the OLT with a melee character is just amazing. I can put Black Panther back on the roster now.
Nice. Bro, for real. You don't have to just sit back and throw a shield with Captain America anymore. You could actually use some of the melee he's comes with, Jay,
sorry. I was gonna say I'm used to like being in charge, so it's sometimes hard to like sit back and let someone else like run it, because like I'm like, I know when it's my turn, I'm just gonna go. I'm sorry. And I've said that to you before too.
Yeah,
like I'm just like, I'm ready, I know it's time. I'm glad I'm not a nerd. Okay, like I'm a dork, but I'm not a nerd, because like everybody keeps talking about all these status effects and this and that. You know what I do? I just like throw my hammer and like go twirly things, and I go like send the shocks out everywhere, and everybody dies, and like that's all that matters. Okay, that's all I need to do. Like I'm not reading all this stuff. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Let's do it. Okay, wait, what? I'm not supposed to do that. Okay, go use this. All right, cool. All right, smash. So I guess it's good that I play Thor, because we got the same mindset.
Right.
So
no Iron Man for you, right?
Iron Man is trash. Listen, I have embraced my role. I am embracing the inner villain in me, and at this point, I'm just you know,
Anti-Tony
I'm
Stark.
all in on Iron Man is trash.
The door.
And you're trash for playing him.
And you're trash for playing with them. Okay. Can anybody on this panel right now, or anybody that's coming into the panel, Bloody, if you want in, let me know. You can come on in. The cosmetic.
Can I interrupt? There's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just. You have to understand. I'm just trying to be entertaining. I'm just trying to be funny. I don't actually. I don't want to listen. You never want to peek behind the curtains. I don't actually think Iron Man is trash. I am trash at Iron Man. But to feel better about myself, I just want everybody to know that Iron Man is trash.
Yes,
okay. So just let me have this one. It's okay to be a nerd. I'm right. Like, if you're like, the nerds are really good at being nerds, even though they got Nahanda's armor taken away from me. But anyway, I'm sorry. You were saying.
I don't even know what I was saying.
I can definitely delete that that Twitter post I was about to put there.
Okay.
No, listen.
I'm messing with you, man. Come on.
No, exactly. But that's the thing. I think we all know that it's a joke and it's fun and it's a meme and it's whatever. And I am absolutely happy to play that up and be a part of it, you know? And I just, it's funny that when the people that aren't in the joke see it and actually kind of get offended by it. And I'm like, bro, come on.
You need to change your whole avatar. You know how Avengers has the picture of the Black Widow crying? You should be like Iron Man hater and have a picture of Tony crying on there, bro.
Dude, me and Avengers hater are about to have the sickest team up ever. Hit me up.
Podcast over. See y'all. Good night.
Hey, this is about to be like a Joker and Batman right here.
About to drop the dopest diss track.
Go good. I know what I was about to ask you guys now, and we actually have somebody in who may have some insight on this. Welcome my twin into the chat, Sadat the Gamer, all father of the do-rag game. What it do? Make the like button blue. However it go. say what up to the people, twin, bro. You know, run it for him.
Hello, salutations. What it do is Sadat the Gamer, all father of the do-rag gang. You know the vibes, like a subscribe. Let's get it.
There he is right there. I was trying to imitate with you, but I can't. You too fast with me, sir. The question, first off, how you doing this evening? I haven't talked to you in a couple of days, twin. How you doing, bro?
I feel like I just talked to you earlier, but I'm fine.
Did we talk earlier today?
we talk throughout every day, on Twitter.
I know we do, so it just feels like we haven't. So I'm sorry. Anyways, my question is to anybody on this panel right now. The cosmetics with the rework and the shipment thing. Now, shipment is pretty much another word for loot box, which is not a bad thing in the game, long as we're paying for them with the earnable units or whatnot, right? So with this shipment rework or whatnot, is that pretty much like something we are going to be getting from Chastity, or is that in-game thing where you can go to a vendor maybe, or how? Anybody have any insight on how that is supposed to work?
You got to ask the Illuminati about that.
Uh-oh.
I read the same blog as you. We didn't get too far into that. I think that they're going to talk more about. You know what?
I can guess how it's going to work.
Yeah,
and I'll probably be right, but I could be wrong. Okay. But I'm probably not going to be. I think that you're going to be able to take advantage of these shipments soon as you boot up the game, get the update. You're going to get the little ad for the marketplace. They're going to probably have Spider-Man MCU. Check that out. Also, check out our shipments. You go in.
Oh, okay.
You go in. You drop some units. If you want, you can take a peek at what's inside, what you potentially could grab. Like, okay, cool. I'll roll the dice. I'll spend some units on that, and that'll be how it is. It'll just be there, easy to access. And then maybe in a couple of weeks or a month, you come in and be like, "Oh, what's this? A unit pack?
Oh God! I'm done,
$20 for 1,000 units? Oh, that's not." That's not bad. That's a good deal. Oh, I did want to get another roll on this loot box. I mean, these shipments.
Man.
I was running low on units because I tried to get that new Thor skin, and it took me 50,000 units to get to it. So I could definitely use a pack to top up my units because I'm trying to farm them, but for some reason I'm not getting as many as I used to when I was farming. So, but fortunately we got these very convenient unit packs you can buy.
I don't think I can handle life anymore if they do that. Like I just they can't. Like I get where you're coming from, and I would be. I don't even know what I would do. If
I'm wrong, I'll take the L. If I'm right, I mean, don't call me a psychic. I'm just reading the plays, man. I'm LeBron James out there. I'm Tom Brady. I'm looking at the defense. I'm calling like I see it.
I want to be very, 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 very clear. I do not know anything more than what's in the blog about shipments at all. So I'm making the face because like I never even considered that. And
you never considered.
And you just listen. I just went over. I'm not a nerd. I just like push the buttons, smash things. Okay, the wheels were turning in my head, and I'm like, God damn it!
My man was like, that could happen.
No, it can't happen. Okay,
I mean, technically, it's not going. They're not going. Technically, you're still paying in-game currency. You can still earn it. It's fine. You can still earn the currency. You can earn it much slower.
On its head, bro. Dude, no.
I don't know what the big deal is. You can still earn it. You can earn it for free, or you can pay for the convenience of getting some extra units.
Marvel's miraculously good week, Sadat. Marvel's miraculously good week.
It's paid for convenience, guys. There's nothing wrong with it.
You know what, though?
And I don't know if you're being like sarcastic or not right now because I don't know you well enough. Are you like?
He's seriously sarcastic. If that makes any sense, like
okay.
if he catches the dub for that, you best believe that's gonna be clipped and spun on Twitter.
No,
you know what I'm saying? But if he catches the L for it, he's gonna be like, "Yo, no."
Here's my question. Okay, why does every other game get to do that, but they can't? Like that's the problem that I have.
I can answer you that right now.
Yeah.
The reason why other games can have stuff like loot boxes or what have you is because they're honest. 2K is a scummy game. They're a scummy company. It's fine. When you buy NBA 2K, you're paying for the experience. You're getting the best basketball simulation on the market ever created of all time, except for 2K21. That was dog shit. But usually you're getting the best product. You're not going to find anything better. You get 2K22, you're getting the best basketball game. You also know you're sure shit going to pay for it. If you want to go free to play, you can do that, but it's way better if you spend a little VC, especially if you're actually going to be competitive. And it's understandable. They set it up completely transparent for the most part. You know, you got to upgrade. You want to upgrade your attributes fast? Okay, pay some VC. You want to give yourself a little boost when you're playing in the rec or the pro-am? They got skill boosters available. Go pick them up. You want to get some drip? Fine. They got all sorts of sponsored shops. They got Adidas. They got Nike. They got OVO. Gotta have that VC. You can look raggedy, but that's your choice. You have the options. They at no point are hiding it. 2K did not come out. Ronnie 2K wasn't out there being like, "Oh, we're here at NBA 2K. We care about the players, so we promise no skill boosters, no pay to progress your attributes." everything is going to be free. The only thing you're going to pay VC for is cosmetics. If you just want t-shirts, if you want the skateboards, all that, everything else, no VC. And then you come into the game and you're like, okay, great. And then all of a sudden you try to upgrade your attribute and they want 10,000 VC. You know, what the fuck? No, it's because they're honest. If they were honest from the jump, this is a live service. Even better if they said, this is basically Destiny. Free to play, but you got the marketplace, you get your skins, you got your takedowns, you got your you got your skill boosters, you got your whatever. You want that DLC. It's going to cost you $30. That would have been fine. They would have made a ton of money.
Yeah, I'm not so Dat Boy Dude 2001. I'm not mad. I just have resting bitch face. I freely admit that. All right.
If it's about the perception. If we know what we're getting ahead of time, there's not going to be there's not going to be as much consumer blowback. But if you present yourself one way and then turn around and do the opposite, people are going to notice. Like if you market yourself as a game that's built on diversity and inclusion and accessibility, and you don't have accessibility options, people are going to notice.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And that's all very, very fair. I don't dispute that at all. I think this is a good conversation I've been wanting to have with people because, like, I think a lot of these things bother me less than most people, and it's certainly not because I'm a shill or anything like that.
That's what a shill would say.
Right. All right. It's just like I just know that like there's all these other games that do the exact same things.
Of course.
And I understand what they said before. But at a certain point, like, when does it get to change? I don't like what you
change whenever.
Let me jump in real quick.
Yeah.
So let's say we do the anniversary. Well, the 2-year anniversary. They come out and say, you know what? The model that we're having is not really working the way it is. Let's go ahead and say, hey, we're going to do either one or two things. Y'all can vote. We can start doing these consumables where you can buy XP, blah, 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 or you can start paying a premium for the DLCs. But at some point, we do need to get more like revenue in because, let's be honest, much as it has been like a suit game, eventually people are going to find their favorite suit and then they'll go buy no more. Right. So eventually that particular revenue is going to go away. So if they just say, hey, we want to do paid DLCs or we want to do paid consumables or quality of life type things.
But that just all boils back around to communication.
Exactly.
If anybody
that's where they went wrong for sure.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem. It wasn't the existence of the boosters. It was how they strung us along. It was like, oh, we're changing XP, but don't worry, don't read anything to it. It's just players are confused, and we want to make it. We want to make it so that the confused players can handle those skill points. Oh, quadruple XP. Don't read into it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Bloody, I have your mic muted right now because there's something going on in the background. I don't know if it's your TV's up too loud or your monitor's up too loud, but it's echoing in my ear. So just to let you know, let me know when you're unmuted and when you're figure that out. Now unmute you, brother. Go ahead, Sadat. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like they had plenty of opportunity as well. They could at the jump they could have just said, you know what, we're not having exactly what we want in terms of revenue. Games as a service are incredibly expensive. We've had pandemic, wildfires, whatever they want to say, however they want to couch it, and on going forward, we're going to have to find other ways to expand revenue, and regretfully, that means we're not going to be able to completely fulfill our pre-launch promise to only provide cosmetic things in the marketplace. So we can have some options like that. Just dropping it and not saying anything for 26 days is not how you handle this.
Okay, well,
and that
cool.
was definitely my. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go. You say what you got to say.
That was definitely my biggest issue was the communication end. I didn't honestly the booster thing. I think people had meltdowns for the worst reasons, and I'm not gonna ever stop laughing at that. But whatever. Not looking to pick a fight. But I will say the scenario that you came up with oh, here you can buy some units. Never even entered my mind. So when you're saying
the first thing I thought of,
they can't do that. Especially after somewhat coming back from the booster situation. For better or worse, people were mad about it. It is what it is. 100% agree that the communication side of it was really, really poor. That they definitely should not have just let them drop in the store without saying anything. That was definitely a big misstep. But they cannot, at least now.
I'm usually very honest. I'm always very honest. I'm gonna be incredibly blunt right now.
Mm-hmm.
If at some time in the future, I'm talking about in the next sometime within the next 2 to 3 months, if you can't acquire these shipments or the contents of it by using real world money, I will be legitimately stunned.
Yeah, I would
how about this?
A little disappointed in that.
Well, how about this then?
Yeah.
Enough about the lack of communication, because that's what brought us to this point right now. You guys on the bottom row weren't here when we were talking about the greatness of the communication of this particular week. Not talking about before. From
Alex,
from from the devs in general, bro. They've been all in the discourse, they've been all on Twitter, they've been
for sure
all on Reddit, really talking to us. So I'll just ask you guys on the three, Bloody, Sadat, and Hero Mentor, communication for this week, fire or trash?
Fire. The bar was really low.
Yeah,
and you say trash, Sadat? You still say trash? Still okay?
Trash.
Why would you say trash for this week?
For this week, okay. So I definitely appreciate the effort that they're making. They've definitely taken strides. They're actually posting on the Reddit. They'll at least copy and pasting the blog. Alex put the recap of the gear stuff on there. That's all good. And they do their nice little Discord powwows. That's all fine and good. But I wish they were able to have that same passion and convey the information in the Discord to the greater community, because the dev stream, technical issues aside, but that was incredibly cringe that they spent the first 5 minutes not able to get the mute working. But that aside, Alex clearly is very passionate. He's very knowledgeable. But that dev stream, I had people saying they were bored or were asking me to explain what's going on, because Alex, he knows a lot, but he can't really communicate effectively bullet points. It will take literally 20 minutes to convey something that should have taken 30 seconds. And that's where I think they should have had a script or something going into it so they can hit these points. Also, the stuff that they conveyed about gear, it didn't really address, I feel like, a lot of the issues that people had on going with gear. Like the way they describe the raid, it sounds like potentially it's going to, not only are you having a time gating issue, potentially it sounds like it could potentially take a while just to get to the elite level with the way they were describing how gear is going to drop.
It sounded like you complete once the on the 30th, once everything drops, you complete the OLT, the regular OLT. You'll get gear to move on to the next thing. You complete the raid, then you'll get gear powerful enough to make you be able to take on the elite raid. Is how it was.
But the way I read the blog, I read it a couple times to make sure I got this. If you want gear the when the update happens,
right,
the gear that you want to in order to increase your power level, you're going to need, if you're maxed out right now, in order to increase your power level, you're going to need to get gear that's 150.
Right.
So the only way to do that is to do the once per week mission chain from the normal raid and the OLT.
No,
that's how
it's not time gated no more. No, bro. They literally said that you can get your maximum rewards every time you do those three three missions, bro. We're good there.
They said what from when I read in the blog, it said the weekly mission chain that is going to be once per week per character, but when you replay the mission, the OLT, the raid, it will still reward you with gear, but the gear that they reward you with is going to be at your current power level, not the higher power level. So you're only going to have a chance to raise your power level by doing the mission chain once per week for each of your characters. So you're going to get the 150 gear from the raid from the normal raid. And that mission chain is done for you. So I have Thor. I go into it. I do the OLT. Mission chain's done. End of it. I assume they're going to be exotics. I get my gear. It's 150. I can apply it to my Thor. I do the normal raid, get some gear at the end, 150. That's it. If I replay the raid or the OLT, whatever my current power level is, that's the gear that I'm going to get. Nothing higher. Not until next week. Not until reset.
But that's when you're leveling up. You can still level up to the next power level with the upgrade system.
But you're not going to be able to get anything higher. You're not going to.
Okay, let me ask real quick. So you're talking about the very reward at the end. Don't the drops that you do don't those at level as well, or that's going to be just like because what I've got from it was the exotic piece that you get from that's why they split it up too. The exotic piece that you get from the mission chain will be like the hero specific gear, but then once you're done with that, and then you do the OLT again, that exotic piece that you would get would be like the hive mind, the generic piece that's not the hive mind. But does that not count for the gear that you get? You know, the ones that you like, you know, the regular drop stuff.
That's why I'm looking forward to the stream next week so I can get more clarity on exactly how the rewards are going to break down. Because the way he explained it in the breakdown, you're only going to be able to increase your power level with gear from the mission chain.
The maximum power level achievable will increase from 150 to 175. Want the best gear? Then you'll have to complete the game's toughest challenge, the new floor player claw raid discordant sound.
No, don't go to the blog. Go in the Reddit. Alex had a post. He in the subreddit. Alex wrote a post breaking down the everything he was talking about in the stream in clear format. That's what I'm going for. It's pinned in the subreddit. It should be pinned in the subreddit. He's got a whole section on exactly. That's how I found out that DNA chests are no longer going to drop upgrade modules after the update.
Okay, so that's a communication issue right there because I don't have Reddit. So it's like I can definitely see where you gave the trash communication because I shouldn't have to go to different platforms to get different information.
Exactly.
So I can definitely understand that point.
Yeah, you got people on Twitter that don't know the dev stream exists. Then you got people on Reddit who can see all this stuff. But then you got people in the Discord who are having different who get to talk directly to them, you know, with late night chats, and they're getting information that everyone else isn't getting if they don't have to be up at the time. And then if you have questions like, "Hey, when are exotics going to drop everywhere?" They're probably not going to answer them.
Jay, do you have any insight? How you knew I was coming to you, dude?
Well, listen, okay, I have been doing this a very long time. Okay, I did college radio, and it's just kind of I've interviewed hundreds of bands. Like I'm just used to this. So while he was talking, I was like going through my notes, and I was scrolling Illuminati because I am not a nerd. I think we've gone over that. The gear stuff is a little. So when you talked, I did not watch the. I don't know if you saw this yet, Sadat. I did not watch the dev stream yesterday because I never watch the dev stream, to be honest with you. Like it's always like during a time when I'm doing something else. So anyway, I already kind of knew what they were going to talk about because we actually got to talk to Alex the day before. And you're right. He talks very fast, and like some people aren't built for that. So I don't like. I want to give him some slack a little bit, because I don't know that has he been on the dev streams before. I'm not actually sure about that.
I haven't seen Alex before.
Yeah,
but
that was the first. Yeah,
but Andy organized. He's the handler. He runs it. They could have easily gotten together and be like, okay, let's come in with a plan. Let's make sure we can unmute everybody when we need to. But also, these are the bullet points. We can hit these points real quick. Make sure we have all these in a timely manner, and then we can leave time to answer questions from the chat at the end.
What I got out of Alex was that he's very excited about what he's doing. And I know that when I get excited about stuff, I can ramble. I can just keep going, and I can go in circles. So I understand it. I said this to these guys earlier. Like I was taking notes and everything, and then I got to a point where I was just like, I don't even know what to write anymore. Like so I understand that, and that it is what it is. He's doing. I think he meant well. I understand where you're coming from totally, though.
I'm not mad at Alex because
no, right.
It's clear that he's not the community manager. He works on the gear. He's very passionate about it. And he's trying to convey it in the best way he can, and I appreciate that. That's why I'm like, the community team should do a better job of not only organizing these dev streams so that they convey the information that they need to quickly and have time to answer questions, but also make sure everyone across the socials have access to this information. Like I don't understand why they're not tweeting out the dev stream links every time that they have them. Why don't they have the post? Why aren't they linked to the post that Alex wrote on the subreddit? Why isn't that across all their platforms? Why aren't enough people being given this information?
That's fair criticism for sure.
Yeah, I see what Sadat's saying. I see what he's saying.
My point was more like I know from the conversation that we had and how long it ran and how much they were just trying to pack all in that I don't know if there was ever going to be a graceful way to really do it other than like Micro Machine Man just going a mile a minute, I
was listening, like there were I looked at the blog post that he ended up writing, and it was a lot thicker, but I'm looking at him like maybe that's me because I used to work in media. I understand the communication aspect of it. I'm looking at all this. I'm like they could have chopped all this down into bullet points. They could have put this out pretty quickly. Hey, we're changing the resources. You're only going to need your fragments. You're going to need your upgrade modules. You're going to need your polychloron. That's it.
I think that was in the blog that I was reading, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Blog, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah. I mean,
they could just going down it. Boom, 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 boom. Resources. This is what you're going to need. Upgrading. This is how it's going to work.
The communication lately this week to me has actually been fire. Yes, we don't get everything we want in one spot, but bro, they're doing it at least. That's why I give them a fire rating. They're trying to. You know what I mean?
I think they're learning too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really actually think they could learn a lot from what you're saying, Sadat, because I think all of that was very fair. I also want to point out that I don't know if you guys know I'm hearing impaired, and when you were saying what you, I thought you said you need our popcorn, and I was like, oh, I like this now. Like, this is great. I'm like, but then it like it came to me slowly. I'm like, oh, polychoron, that word sucks.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
It's not as good as popcorn.
No, it's
Anyway.
But that's the reason why I say it's fire for right now, because you know what? Maybe someone from their team may watch this and have heard and hears you, bro. And you know what I mean? And that would be a good thing, because maybe we could put this and this all in one area, or put it all in every area. You know what I mean? Because
let's be honest. Let's be honest, dude. They don't listen to what I say. they don't like me at all.
I'm not going to no. You know what though?
Let's keep it a buck.
Almost 90% of the stuff that we asked for in that last roundtable was addressed in this week, dog. So I wouldn't say they don't listen to us, bro. I think this week the show.
I said me.
No, but they should care though, because like I try not to like, I try to say hi, but I don't want like people, like I was saying to Doom earlier, I don't want to like take away from anything. But like you're really good at what you do, and I don't like, never sell yourself short on that for sure. And I don't think you were, but like I think that like you're very fair, and it's very clear you're passionate about the game. So they should care what you think. And I would say that every single time. Yeah. Like I think like I get that like you're like you keep it 100, I guess is what you should say. All right. Did I say that right? I'm old.
You did.
Okay. Like
no
I get that. Okay. All right. I get that. And like I guess maybe like sometimes like you don't have to like not be who you are to like just make sure that it comes across as like, I'm not saying that you're not constructive, but like as long as I feel like I'm being constructive in my criticism, I feel perfectly fine about putting it out there and not worrying about whether or not I'm gonna like ruffle feathers. You know what I mean?
That's the other thing. The way I think some of them think and how they receive criticism, it's weird. Like I don't know if you saw this, but Kyle has been having a field day with this, but Dan posted in the High Sodium Discord, which props to Dan for posting in the High Sodium Discord. The High Sodium Reddit, he doesn't have to. Mm-hmm. I mean, he could obviously avoid that because it's literally called High Sodium. But to his credit, he posted in there. He posted in there. He entered the Lions Den. He posted in there. He didn't have to, but he did. And someone approached him, was like, "Hey, I'm a day one player, but I stopped playing recently because I have these specific issues with the game, and I was wondering if you could, address if you guys had plans to address these things, this, that, and the third." And Dan responded to him by saying, "Well, I can't really take your feedback if you're not playing the game, but when you do play the game again, I'd be happy to hear from you." And I'm like, what the shit is that? Why would you ever think of saying something like that with the state that things are in right now?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with all that, but I do agree that like it's unfair, but at the same time completely fair that like the things that we say we can, but the things that they say they can't, if that makes sense. Right. Like I feel like when I read something like that, it's like a what do we call them, like a backhanded compliment in a way. So it's like you kind of take it that way, and I'm assuming that's how he took it.
When I give my feedback, I do try to, when I'm actually giving feedback, I try to make sure it's rational, even, and cool. But I see a lot of devs communicating on Twitter, and it's really passive aggressive. It's snarky, but then I hear them accuse the players of being toxic and all this other stuff. And I'm looking at some of the feedback, and I'm like, well, they're trying their best to. They're passionate, they're upset, but they're trying to give these fair critiques, so they're not accused of being haters, they're not accused of being toxic. But the devs themselves are just being like, "Oh well, the DLCs are free. Why are you complaining? Like what the like come on, bro."
Okay, check this out. So I'm only gonna jump in there because as a person in the IT field, a lot of IT people don't know how to talk to people at all. That's 100%.
Yeah, you know what? I look at it too. They're not social media people. They aren't content creators. They aren't YouTubers. They aren't news people. They're not. They're regular people, bro, that have a job in a high impact field. You know what I mean?
Very
They're
stressful.
reaching, and they're reaching.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I was going with it. That
but even the community, but even that's the thing. Like I can understand Alex not being the perfect, or people that's literally not his job to communicate. I can understand that, but when you have the guy in charge of community relations DMing a troll account with 200 followers, like what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely shouldn't have done that, but like I've
never even seen him before.
I certainly understand why. Like,
I don't have nothing for that. I don't have.
Yeah, but that's like the thing. It's like I don't know, man. Like I feel like I've been involved with a lot of games, a lot of communities, a lot of stuff. This is probably the most frustrating one to me. Like, I love you guys, right? Like, I 300. Get it right.
Like, oh my god!
Give that man his respect.
No, he because of that, he literally gained 100 followers because of that.
That's probably true.
He gained 100. When it happened, he had 200 followers. So I'm technically correct.
Man, why am I the hype man for Avenger Hater right now? What the fuck happened in my life?
Iron Man.
First of all, I'm not knocking the budding bromance between you and Avengers Hater. I just personally don't like how this man's trying to rebrand himself as some kind of cool guy. Like I know you, Avengers Hater. I know who you are.
This is the worst day of my life.
We've talked before. You were blocked for a reason. I don't like this whole rebrand he's trying to do.
You don't like the road to redemption?
Like I don't like this redemption arc he's trying to run on right now, bro. You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
I was not prepared for this.
You're cozying up to everybody because they more people are getting hip to what's going on, and you're trying to slip in here like, oh no, I'm not a hater. I'm just one nice guy. I'm just a guy that criticizes the game. I'm just get out of here, bro.
He's like, I'm just trying to get to the cookout, man. Leave me alone.
I'm just trying to get a plate.
That ain't you, bro. Be who you are. Be who you are.
Hero Mentor.
You're a shit poster. That's what you do.
Hero Mentor, you've been quiet.
You're not a nice guy, and it's fine. Be who you are.
There's a lot of personality here. It's hard to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
He said, "I hate the redemption arc, though."
The redemption arc.
I'm glad
I'm not here for it. No, fuck that.
Like I thought I was having a bad night with all my support here, and now I was here for that, so I feel redeemed.
Bro, I can't with y'all dudes right now. I really can't, bro. Look, he's back though. He said, I will always be a hater.
Remember that time I said I could only stay for a little bit? Like Call of Duty. And then everybody shows up, and I'm like, man, I want to just hang out.
I literally have food sitting on my porch right now. I'm talking to you guys.
Priorities.
Go grab your food. Come
Priorities,
back.
dude.
Go ahead, seriously. Go grab your food and come back. Oh God, Hero Mentor. What do you think about the redemption arc of Avengers Haters? I mean, that's where we are with this weekly recap. I mean, like the script has been gone for 20 minutes now, so Avengers Hater it is.
Some rashes don't deserve to be scratched. That's all I'll say. Yeah.
You know what? I respect that. We shall move on.
That's a lot deeper than what it sounded.
Boy, you know what? I get it, though. I get it. Dude, literally, they're complete opposites. One is all positivity. The other one is trolling negativity exemplified. So I respect that. You know what I mean? That's literally like, you know what I'm saying? Goku versus Frieza, bro. Like it's just not gonna be cool.
Too different.
Just to make it more simplify, it's always legacy over ego for me.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so let's talk. Set out, still eating. So let's talk.
Godspeed.
Let's talk the raid. Are you guys excited to actually play the raid? I mean, it doesn't matter what platform you're on at this point because it's actually cool. You know,
it's
everybody
content.
gets it. You know, it's content. Whether it's going to be hard or not, you know, it is what it is. Are you hoping for difficulty or just being able to play it? Let's start with Bloody Reckless. You've been kind of quiet. Let's start with you, brother.
Y'all boys been having me laughing.
Bro, stomach hurting. Look,
I was not prepared for Sadat. I did not have a beer before this.
He's back. Hold on. He's back. Hold on. Let's get him back in here. Go ahead, though. Answer the question.
I am. It's content. It's going to be from everything that Alex was describing as well as Andy. It's going to be something that's going to be played for a while. I'm just worried about. I think perhaps maybe we've all been there that we've played a mission so much that it becomes like it's like basically running the story all over again. So I don't want to play the raid so much that it becomes like boring to me, like the OLT. I want it to be. I was hoping that this stream was going to be more so like a roadmap that's into like another year, something that's going to be able to like give us like content to look forward to. Past the raid. The raid is fine. The raid is what we're going to see now. Right. But I'm also worried about, well, what are you going to do after the raid? What are you going to do after Spider-Man? That's
what we're talking about the raid. Not we're going to get to all of that, bloody. I'm just talking about the raid, bro.
I'm always futuristic. So it's but I mean it's good. It's good content. I think it's going to be great for players that have been playing for day one, which I think everybody here has. And from the sounds of it, it sounds like it's going to be really fun and really challenging. So on that note is
that's what I was asking you. I wasn't talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about anyway. Slip. What do you think, bro? The raid, thoughts on it? You want it to be difficult? You want it to be just casual? You want it to? I mean, not the elite raid. We're talking about the regular raid. Are you expecting it to be?
I'm expecting it to be a little bit more of a like. I don't want to see anybody one shot. You know, and I also don't want to see people to a point where they can't do it at all. So like, I feel like if we can go in there at 150 and like struggle but finish it, cool. If we get to that point where it's like how the OLT was too much and then they dial it down, next thing you know, we everybody reshotting it. Exactly.
See, this is a question for any of you two Illuminati members. Do you guys know, because I didn't see it in the blog and I really didn't feel like reading 9,000 things. Do you know if they're bringing the levels back? Like, you know, brutal actually is brutal and hard is hard and normal is cool and easy mode is, you know, you can go in for your casuals, you know what I mean? Do you know if that will be implemented in the raid coming up?
That sounds like some serious nerd shit.
That's a great question. Seriously good question.
No, I don't think they said anything about that.
No details there.
That's something that we, if I mean, next time you guys have a meeting, could you guys, you know, get info on that, because that's something that would.
Aren't they just going to lock the difficulty like they did with the OLT?
See, I don't know if they're doing that. Bro. I don't know if they're doing that because of they're having a separate, you know, the regular raid versus the elite raid, and
normal
the elite
normal 150 lock, elite 175 lock.
Okay, or 160 lock, right? Because you got to get to 175 once you're done, right? Is that?
But the enemies are supposed to be 175, right?
Be 175. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so we about to be getting bodied on day one.
Yeah,
you're gonna get bodied.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking once we leave raid to go to elite raid, we ready for it. No, right? No.
You should get better gear doing the mission chain. You're gonna get higher level gear that way.
Theoretically, let's say you do if you could do the normal raid and the Omega level threat mission chain. Let's say you get enough gear where your average gear score is 150 plus the 10 from the major artifact, you'll be at 160. So if you play the elite raid, they'll be 175. So it'll be just like playing on brutal in the old days, or when you're just leveling up.
Brutal, brutal. Actually, brutal -5, huh? Because brutal is 20 plus. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So we
brutal in the harm room is 20. It used to be 15. It used to be 15.
That was like when game came out, right?
Yeah.
I remember those.
Used to be -15. So that's how it's going to work. And then when you get the 165 average gear score, then the +10, you're at 175, and that's the new max.
That makes sense. Okay.
But the gear has to be, is the gear going to be worth it?
But see, at that point, we can just use the gear that we have and swap that in, right? So
yeah, you can use
that's why I'm actually happy about this gear rework, because all of this crap gear that I don't like from the OLT, right? It's crap gear. I don't have to use it though. I can use what I got, make it that level up, and then go from there. So this rework is actually powerful for the game. It gives the game a lot more length. It gives it, a little more viability.
We'll see when we check the resources on the 30th.
Oh shit, resources.
Yeah, because I was looking at that.
That screenshot was oof.
Because like how I understood it the first time, it was kind of like how Destiny was,
right?
That was the first time where it's like, let's say you have a piece that is 140, and you get a piece that's like let's say 150. Okay. And then you infuse that one, and when it would bring that piece up to 150.
No, it didn't bring it all the way up. Then it would go to 145, right?
It brings it up to the way. I'm not sure if they changed it, but the way it is now with Destiny, it would bring it up to exactly what that piece is, depending on, like, let's say it's a cap. But
question then. So you could answer this while you're answering what you're about to say. Okay, I got a purple piece, right? It's better than my exotic piece because it has a damage buff on it. But my exotic piece is a 150 maxed out 60 60 valor, 60 precision, 60 might, right? But my purple piece is only 45 with same stats and everything, but it has a damage buff. I want this 140 piece to be as good as this exotic, right? So I infuse that piece. Now it's the purple piece at what level at? What would I get from that purple piece? What would it end up being after I infused it with that exotic?
So
150 with shit stats, right?
Nerd.
I think it would be 150 and certain amount of money, certain amount of like points up on the attributes, but it shouldn't change the perks. So I don't think from what I'm again.
Oh no! The perks are going to change.
They do.
They're actually sneaking in a nerf to reactive buffs in here.
Yeah, I read about that, but I thought they said we could keep them and still level those pieces up. That's what he was saying.
That too.
But you can keep it at the level you're at now, and you can keep the exact same percentages. But if you level it up, then the percentages of it triggering is going to drop.
Oh, but I still have the reactive buff, though, right?
You'll still have it. The percentage of it triggering will just lower.
What Alex said though, perks triggered by proficiency.
The proficiency can, if you have more proficiency, it can increase your perk chance, your chance.
Right. Okay. One more question for the
different ones.
No, go ahead. Answer that for him. That.
So
were there two different things going on as far as the proficiency and the way it's going to roll
percentage is on there?
Yeah,
because Alex was talking literally about who was it? Kamala, when he was talking about this about perk chance. He said it fell under proficiency. So whatever your proficiency is, on the conversation of all of this being the damage buff, he said that it would be able to.
Yeah, from
I'm sorry, yo. I apologize. I snuck it in there. That's funny as hell. Okay.
No, you could definitely clarify it. From my understanding, is there's going to be a penalty essentially to reactive buff. They're trying to assign certain. They're trying to buff certain percentages, certain perk chance percentages, like Like they're for damage buffs that trigger when you defeat an enemy under a specific status effect. They're trying to give a buff for that. Perks that trigger when you're reviving a teammate. They're giving buffs to that as well. And they're saying going forward, they're trying to make it so that the reactive buff isn't as high as the other ones.
Right.
Did you guys see this cool notebook I got?
I'm mad. He just made me look at that too, man.
Says the man with 30,000 action figures behind him.
There.
That's just one room. Have y'all seen his Deadpool selection?
Oh my god! No, I'm not a nerd. I'm a dork. There's a difference.
Is there?
Well, I don't know which one's better, to be honest with you.
Hero, any words on any of this foolishness we're talking about, brother?
Honestly, I'm just glad there's people that have experience and understanding of the whole gear system because I'm lost.
Oh, yeah. So damn, it's just us four.
Someone's
got to figure this garbage out,
right? Like it's just
where is Tony Bing at, yo? I mean, I know he quit the damn game, but where the hell is Tony Bing when you need him? Shit.
He's on the hiatus.
There's just too much math involved in the video game right now.
I don't know. Tony's usually my go-to for gear questions, but I don't know. He's been weird lately.
I seen that. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I was literally on stream. I was farming for a vibranium piece. I was trying to get a vibranium with targeted buff, and I'm like, oh well, while I'm here, let me just ask Tony. He'll probably know. He knows all this. He knows all this stuff. And I was like, yo, Tony, is it possible to get targeted buff on vibranium? And he replied with a gif that said, I don't care. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, he was just like done, bro.
Oh god,
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, thankfully, Tricks Ridiculous came through and answered like a normal human being.
Tony is like through with this game right now, bro. He's like,
I don't blame him.
I mean, he's covering it right now. So he looked passionate yesterday. He asked because he commented on the reactive buff thing, and he asked if potentially they were going to use kind of this upgrade system to figure out to kind of nerf the normal damage buff going forward. Like maybe if you level it up, the more you level it up, it decreases the effectiveness of the buff itself and the chances of it triggering.
That sucks. That actually sucks. But you know what? I'm trying to go away from the damage buff anyway because I noticed that they were going to do that. I mean, they said, I mean, they literally came out and said the damage buff is too powerful. So I've been trying to like work my my builds out with more potentiators instead, instead of using damage buffs. I use a potentiator or whatnot. And,
I'm cool with it. I'm cool if they want to remove damage buffs, but it'll also be good if they remove damage buff or tone it down while also adding better perks. And I don't know, some kind. This may be crazy, so disregard this if I'm saying something that's ridiculous, but
I'll let you
some kind of way where when you get a gear piece and you like, oh, I like some of these stats, I like some of these perks, but there are better ones that I want. So if could be like some kind of way where you can, I don't know, modify the gear piece so where you can have a different perk or a different stat and kind of like switch it out.
You talking about serious reroll?
I don't know. Maybe kind of almost like a roll, that's a good term for it, like a reroll.
So sarcastic right now,
or kind of I don't know, like change it, some kind, or recalibrate it, or recalibration. You could call it recalibration. That'd be cool. You're just recalibrating the piece that you get so that you can kind of customize what you want. Kind of customize.
I'm nerdy enough to know that I don't think they're gonna introduce anything with rerolls.
No rerolls.
Also, I would like you guys to know that if you ever have a question for me, if there's ever any way I can help you, I will always do my best to do so, and I will always, if I can't, I will always let you know. Hey man, I wish I could be more helpful. I'm sorry.
That's cool. For the nerd shit.
I just want you to know that. And if I ever commit to something, I will always follow through.
No, that's true. I did ask Jay some too. I asked Miller wanted some help finding footage, and I asked Jay, and Jay responded right away, like, yeah, I'll check it out. Mm-hmm. So Jay's reliable. So for most stuff, I'll ask Jay. For nerd stuff, I'll ask Tricks.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do it from now on, brother.
Yeah, so. Good balance.
I just wanted to, you know, you can read.
I know where you're going with that, Jay.
Jay's a very helpful man. He's a very helpful man.
Nah, I hear him all day. Trust me. Guys, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you have not. Let's kind of wrap this up. I'm hungry. I want to go get something to eat. I did not expect to be streaming for an hour and a half.
I said I was just jumping on for a minute.
Hey, for real, bro.
Shut up. My Call of Duty is like, what are you doing to me?
My kitty got this new little thing she wanted to show you guys. It's a light up
nice.
Unicorn, and it goes in her little section. So yeah, that's pretty dope.
Mama also let me get a tie-dye kit.
Oh Lord, no. Go that away. Go that away.
You put his foot down. He's thinking about the cleanup. He's thinking about the cleanup.
That's exactly. Did you see it go through my head?
I already know.
So we got Spider-Man. Let's just wrap this up with Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man coming out. We saw a little bit of it. Xbox people, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Top suit that you want, because we already talked about skins and not skins, but combat and whatnot. And me and Jay both on different levels where I think CD is actually going to one up Insomniac, but we ain't gonna talk about all that. Top suit that you want in the game, because we know they're gonna give us skins for days. So let's start with you, Slip. Top Spider-Man skin you want, brother?
Just give me Scarlet Spider, and I ain't gonna buy no more.
Bloody Reckless.
I was literally gonna say the same thing.
Twin, what you got, baby?
Give me 2099.
Ooh, really? Ooh. Jay, what you got, man?
You know what I want? They had why I'm blanking on what the storyline was called, but it was a big like Asgardian storyline. And what was it?
Future Foundation?
No. It was recent. It was like a big like Null is invading, and
Secret Empire. Was that
no, it's on the tip of my tongue. I have a comic of it. Whatever. Basically, everybody had to go to Asgard at one point, and Spider-Man is all Asgarded out. I want that suit. No, it's recent.
Not Fear Itself.
Not Fear Itself. I'll look it up and get back to you.
Asgardian Spider-Man. Ooh, that sounds
War of the Realms.
Oh, I have not read that yet. That's why I didn't know what you're talking about. Oh,
yeah. It was War of the Realms. Malekith was the one that was coming back. My bad. Not Null. So like there's a suit. It's just his regular Spider-Man suit, but he's also wearing like an Asgardian helmet, and he has Asgardian gauntlets because Thor.
Nice. Hero.
I want to be something different.
Hero. Number one suit you want in the game.
You guys have all mentioned the ones I love, but Black Symbiote. Would definitely love to see that.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
Given,
I was like, nobody's really gonna say the symbiote suit, really.
It's so obvious. It's too. All I see is literally the normal Spider-Man suit, except he's got an Asgardian helmet and a shield.
That's all I want. Where's that at?
I just Google image search.
Google. I ain't got time for all that shit. Anyway, I believe you. Guys, thank you all for tuning in to the panel. This was very spur of the moment, very random, and it worked out perfectly, guys. I enjoyed the conversation. Said I came through and took it to a whole nother level. Jay Shockblast was here for the hangout for the whole stroll, so I appreciate that. Hero Mentor, your awesomeness, dog, is always there. My two co-hosts, Bloody Reckless and Slipshot, thank you guys to the fullest for always holding me down, because y'all know I'm wild and crazy. So again, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. This was extra awesome. Laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people.
Production.
It's the weekly wrap up where we give you the news. Break it down bite size so it's easier to consume. Got tacky on events and riddles the red room. Wasteland patrols and Monica's cosmic Q. All hail to the Black Panther, Wakanda forever. Dissecting your main hero, discussing which one is better. Last Avengers standing, exotic grind. But completing the mega high, but get you two at a time. You into rumors and leaks, well I got you covered. We can talk predictions like when is Spider-Man coming. Jarvis barriers all the way to status effects. Or we can teach you how to tune one shots in the deck. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap-up news. Hit the like button, ring the bell so you can stay tuned. Hit subscribe so you never miss the weekly wrap-up news.